The second agent of the socialization process identified by systems theorists are schools in the educational process. Traditionally, the public school systems in the United States have emphasized values that reinforce those taught by the parental family. Like the family, the value transfer function of schools in the educational systems have included both direct and indirect components. Public schools have taught the values of patriotism, civic responsibility, and the idealized forms of the American system through curricular content, textbooks, and citizenship activities such as reciting the Pledge of Allegiance, singing patriotic songs, etc. Again, however, it is the indirect value transfer, according to systems theorists, that has significant bearing on building support for the political system. Many of the same values that we previously associated with the role of the family can be listed here as well: conformity, respect for authority, and competition for rewards. And we can add new ones too, such as democratic decision-making and citizenship. In the 1970s, the sociologist Dean Jaros argued that specific values emphasized by schools depends largely on the clientele of the group. That is, according to Jaros, schools that serve mainly affluent schools tend to emphasize leadership values. Schools that serve middle-income students tend to emphasize democratic participation, while schools that serve lower-income students and racial and ethnic minorities tend to emphasize acquiescence and loyalty. Again, we should note that there are critics who take issue with the traditional systems theory arguments. Today, for example, many fundamentalist Christians take strong exception to the assertion that the public schools reinforce the values taught by parents. Some go so far as to charge that the public schools undermine the values that they teach their children. This is, I think, a big part of the explanation for the homeschool movement of the last 15 to 20 years. While all parents who educate their children at home are not fundamentalist Christians, many are, and it appears their primary motivation is to insulate their children from what they perceive as the secular humanism taught in public schools.